Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Charter College's commencement ceremony. It's my honor to present to you our distinguished faculty along with some of the graduates of Charter College's class of 2020. Today is much different than any other ceremony I've conducted or been affiliated with. We are entirely online, 100% virtual for this ceremony, but we must progress forward. Today we celebrate the accomplishments of our Charter College graduating class. We celebrate your success on this milestone in your journey through your formal education. And today, we welcome you into the continuing journey of learning, scholarship, service, and growth. For 35 years now, Charter College has been offering programs in our great Alaskan community. We're happy to be a part of what makes Alaska great and to be able to offer this opportunity for our students to have hands-on training programs that allows them to hold their career and change their lives for the better. Today, we'll be hearing from several individuals, including graduate Kristen Burmeister, our lead welding, medical, and student success instructors, and finally, our Vice President of Academic Operations, Mr. Joel Nelson. These speeches will be followed by the recognition of our graduates, followed by the closing remarks, and ending with a slideshow of our family and friends. Mr. Nelson, everybody.
Class of 2020. Wow. What a strange, bumpy ride that was. But hey, you did it. You endured through online lectures, computer simulations, makeup schedules, delays in graduation, leaves of absences, and even part-time externships and full-time PPE. And you did this all while balancing life, school, a family, a pandemic, and the unknown. Really, nice work. You should be so proud of this accomplishment. It's not a small feat, and you did it. You should also be grateful to your family, loved ones, friends, roommates, or anyone else in your life that had to put up with you during this journey. You were miserable to deal with. Trust me. Take some time today and thank them for their support, love, and contribution to you achieving your goal. So here we are. It's the end. And in the end, it's always important to look back at the beginning. Many of you were asked when you joined Charter College, why? Why are you doing this? What are you hoping to achieve? And being who we are, we wrote that down and we're going to throw it back to you now. So here's a few of your answers. I chose Charter College because I have 3 children. And as a parent, you can talk all day. But what you do is what really shows them how things are. I want to show my kids that nothing is too hard and it's never too late to change what you do not like. I want a career with a set schedule, better pay, and actual benefits. I want to work and care for others. This one's right to the point. I want to provide for my daughter as a single mother. And finally, I chose Charter College to show my son that hard work pays off and that you do not have to be miserable in your job if you can do what you are passionate about for a career. So it's time. It's time to accomplish what you came here to do. At Charter College, our motto is, we work to get you to work. So let's get to work. Let's show that next generation what following your dream gets you. Let's show the community that you can be satisfied in your job if you are doing what you're passionate about. And let's show the world the power of self-determination. However, it's important to remember that your career pathway does not have to last forever. When I graduated from college, I thought I would work in technology forever. I never saw myself working in education, let alone talking to you here today. But I followed the opportunities that were presented to me and what I enjoyed, and I couldn't be happier where my career has taken me so far. As your career pathway develops, your interests and your skills will grow and change. My advice is to be open to that transformation. Do not be afraid to try something new, to specialize, to continue your education, or to change your pathway. If 2020 has taught us anything, it's that we have no idea what the future holds for us. But if you're flexible and determined, you can make the best out of any situation. Finally, I have one last homework assignment for you. By midnight, Alaska time, of course, on Sunday, I want you to pick your next life goal. I can't help you with any specifics here. There's no study guide because there's no right answer. But I do have one suggestion. Don't make it about you. You will get the most satisfaction, in my humble opinion, if you are selfless with your life's work. If many years from now, you can take a look around and say, I left things just a little bit better than when I found them, then you will have achieved A+ quality work. Congratulations, class of 2020. Now let's get to work.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. Next up, we have Mr. Ryan Warby, our lead welding instructor here in Anchorage.
Hey guys, just wanted to take a quick minute and say congratulations on graduating. For those of you who don't know, my name is Ryan and I am the lead welding instructor over here at the Trades Building. And again, congratulations. Really quick to my welders, guys, it has been an absolute privilege. Me, Lonnie, and Chuck have had an absolute blast working with you guys. And we're really excited to see where you guys go from here and to see your exciting stories and to see different locations you guys will be welding in. So really quick, man, what a crazy year we've all been through. And I just want to take a minute from my side, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of the instructors at Charter College, to say thank you to the students. You guys have made this transition bearable, more manageable for us, because this was kind of a position that not a lot of us have ever been put in before. And I tip my hat to the students for your ability to overcome and adapt. And I challenge you to use this year as motivation in whatever job you're seeking. Always understand that there's always unforeseen events or unforeseen variables that you're going to need to overcome. And I can say on the trade side for both HVAC and welding, you guys have demonstrated this flawlessly with very few problems along the way. So again, from me, Chuck, and Lonnie, we just want to say thank you guys. And for the rest of the programs, I'm sure your instructors feel the exact same way. So again, use this for your jobs that you guys are pursuing. And don't forget, guys, just because you're done with Charter College doesn't mean we're done with you. Always remember that you have resources here that you guys can use. Come back, help job searching. For my welders, you guys are welcome to come back here and practice up a little bit, train. HVAC, I believe the same is for you. So just don't forget about us. And not to mention, as instructors, we like to hear what you guys are doing and what you guys have accomplished in your lives. So just don't graduate and be done with us. We still want to hear from you. But on that note, also, don't forget that you're representing Charter College. So when you go out there, work hard, be humble. Remember that you're always students. Even as instructors, I'm still a student. I'm constantly learning new skills, new abilities, new ways of doing things. So go to your new jobs with the mindset that, yep, I can do this job, but there's always more to be learned. So on that note, guys, again, congratulations. I'm excited to hear from all of you guys and see where you guys go from here. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Warby. Next up, we have our SS instructor, student success instructor, Mr. Brandon Williams.
Hey graduates, this is Brandon Williams, and I wanted to say congratulations, you did it. You got to the end. You have achieved your first major goal in your education here, and I could not be more thrilled for you. I am thinking of all the amazing skills that you've mastered, things that you've learned, everything that you had to get through to get here. It's pretty incredible. And despite all of the stuff that you've learned at this point, you've learned all the things that you need in your program. Don't forget, you started learning a few essential skills that may have helped you get this far. So as a reminder, I just wanted to kind of help you with some of those skills and how you might use them going forward now that you're a graduate. Remember way back when we learned about these 7 habits and you learned about the first one, to be proactive. Don't forget, as you get out here looking for work, looking for that new job, that promotion, don't forget you're in charge of yourself. Use proactive, positive language. You can, you will. Don't think this is too hard or this is impossible. The more you think that, the more it becomes real. And focus on the things you can control. Don't stress on the stuff that you can't impact. If you didn't get that job, not the end of the world. What you can control is what you do to apply for the next one. Don't forget Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. You can achieve your goals if you build them, write them, make them real, put them on paper, surround yourself with your goals, remind yourself where you want to be. The more you remind yourself, the more likely you're going to get there. Don't forget habit 3, putting first things first. What are your priorities now? They're going to change. You're about to have a whole different set of circumstances in front of you here, right? Your big rocks for the last 11 months were about school. What are they now? Figure out your new big rocks and don't forget, schedule them. Make a time for your priorities in your life, and it is the best way to make sure you will get them done. Don't forget to think win-win. Habit 4. Don't just think about yourself, but think about other people. You can think win-win while applying for work because what we're usually doing is thinking, well, what do I want? I want this job. I want this career. You're only thinking about wins for yourself. That's not the best recipe for success. If you want to succeed, think about what would win for that company you're applying for. How do they want to win? And how can I make sure that when I'm applying, when I'm writing my cover letter, when I'm writing my resume, when I'm going in for that interview, what can I do to make sure they know that they're getting a win as well as I am? If that is your goal, you will be far more successful. Don't forget habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Look for what other people are saying before you try and make your own points. It'll allow you to understand them better and make your own points stronger. Look at what the companies want. Don't just write one generic catch-all cover letter resume, send it out to every company and think they're going to like that. They won't. I want you to work for me. You write a cover letter for me. You tailor your cover letter for me. You listen to what I want in a job and you tell me that you're listening to that. I'm going to be far more inclined to want to hire you. Don't forget habit 6, synergy, where you learn how important it is to not just tolerate diversity, but value it. You are about to be surrounded by a whole cast of characters far different than you could possibly imagine. All new people, all new things in your life. Don't feel uncomfortable. Embrace it and bring your own unique flavor to it. That's what people want to see. And together, you guys can start working towards something amazing. And finally, really important to not forget habit 7, sharpen your saw. It is important to keep yourself recharged. Don't ignore something that you actually enjoy doing because you're so focused on your priorities, so focused on your goals, so focused on work and doing a good job. All those things are important, but remember, if you only focus on the important things, you will eventually burn out and become useless. Don't forget to meet your physical, social, emotional, mental, and spiritual needs. Keep yourself fulfilled, renewed, recharged, so that when you're ready, you can go back and do an amazing job tackling those priorities. And I know that you will, because you've already done it. You've gotten this far. You've accomplished your major goal. But that doesn't mean you're done. Time for the next goal. Congratulate yourself, celebrate, and now, what's next? You get to determine that, and that's what you should be doing. I wish I could be there in person, shaking your hands, giving you hugs, taking selfies. It is my favorite time of the year. But just know that I'm so, so happy that you started here with me and got to where you are now. And I cannot wait to hear about your success in the future. Congratulations again, and I hope to see you in the future. Take care, graduates.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Next, we're going to be hearing from our lead medical assistant instructor, Miss Gloria McWilliams.
Hello, everyone. I know it's probably already been said, but welcome to Charter College's first ever virtual graduation. My name is Gloria McWilliams, and I am the lead medical assisting and externship instructor for the Anchorage, Alaska campus. I want to start off by saying congratulations to all of our graduates in every program. You've accomplished so much and have so much to be proud of. I'm sure it's been tough, but you did it. So I hope you're wearing your cap and gown with pride, and I hope you are celebrating however you may be doing so during our current situation. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about my amazing medical assistant graduates. Right now, healthcare professionals are needed more than ever, especially medical assistants. You're working on the front lines during this global pandemic, and I think it really highlights the need for CMAs in the healthcare field right now. You picked a great profession, whether it's your final goal or just a stepping stone to something more. This is my third year teaching with Charter, third year teaching in general. And although these last 6 to 7 months have probably been the hardest of my career, I think they were definitely worth it. There's been so much success within our program, regardless of everything that has been going on. When COVID really started affecting Anchorage, the MA program did pause for a little bit. It was a stressful time for everyone, I'm sure. I was a bit nervous, not knowing what was going to go on with my job. I was nervous for my students, what was going to happen with their education. Thankfully, Charter has some rock stars working behind the scenes. They got us going again very, very quickly. So we started up back online, which was definitely an adjustment. Everyone kept their cool for the most part and stuck with it. That right there, I feel, is an accomplishment in its own right. Because I mean, let's be honest, learning injections, not so easy when you're doing it through Skype, Teams, simulations. You definitely need to have that hands-on. So I know there were probably quite a few headaches, probably a lot of choice words spewed at the computers, but we got through it and we came out on the other end. When we came back, seeing that excitement, that relief on everyone's faces, it definitely made everything worth it, made the struggles, the poor audio, everything just kind of came to a head and we could start all over. That first day back for labs, it was so empowering. I could just truly see how eager and dedicated everyone was, and I could not wait to get started. I have some of the strongest, most dedicated students through all of this, and it has really made me enjoy teaching just that much more. Even on the bad days, and there were definitely a few of those, everyone toughed it out. That dedication has led to what I feel has been an exceptional placement rate. Not that I want to get technical here, but being fairly new to this externship instructor position, I was a little worried with how COVID would affect my students, especially at the end of their program going out to extern. I was worried how it would be for them afterwards, job hunting. Thankfully, turns out I had nothing to worry about. I have gotten more phone calls and emails in the last few months of doing this from extern sites or students about getting hired, being offered positions, and it is so much more than I thought it would be, and it is just the best feeling. I've had the immense pleasure of working with some truly incredible, kind, very, very, very patient students this year, and I hope to keep that trend going. To all of my MA graduates, thank you so much for making my job enjoyable, despite all of these roadblocks and this global pandemic. I appreciate you all, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of your education. Good luck with whatever you do in the future.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Next, we have the awards section. This is typically where we would show off our graduates with their green, gold cords and medallions. But different times, so we're going to be showing it off here a little bit differently this year. So green cords represent a student's achievement of getting placed in field or a related field of study. So that means they've started with the program, let's say medical assisting for an example, completed the program and have successfully become a medical assistant in field. It's one of our highest honors here at the school, is getting placed in field or a related field for the study that you came here to pursue. The next is gold cords. These are for students that achieve honors. This is for any student with a GPA of a 3.7 or higher. This is cumulative of their entire program. And then finally, we have what are called either gold medals or medallions. These are gold medallions with a gold cord that represent a 4.0 GPA for the certificate programs, 3.9 GPA for associates, and 3.8 for bachelors. This is the highest honor that you can achieve at Charter College. Those President Medallion recipients are notated here. We have Ashana Dyer with the Associates of Applied Science and Business Administration, Benjamin Bonita for Certificate in Heating, Ventilation, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration, Jennifer Golab, Certificate in Medical Assistant, Lane Hyde, Associate of Applied Science in Allied Health, Maria Nunez, Certificate in Medical Assistant, Fuller Chang, Associates of Applied Science and Business Administration, Shannon Gillardi, Associates of Applied Science and Medical Assistant, Sid Kalyag, Associates of Applied Science in Computer Networking Systems, and Timothy Mills, Certificate in Welding. Congratulations to all of our medal recipients. Next, we'll begin by recognizing our graduates. Our first graduate is from the Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration program, Ms. Kirsten Burmeister, and she's prepared a few words that I will read for the graduating class. Kirsten started attending Charter College with the intent to finish college this time, and she did. Kirsten knew going back at 40 years old that she was going to face the challenges of relearning how to learn and the discipline of finishing ongoing assignments, quizzes, and finals, all while at the same time being a student through the hours it would take her away from raising her incredibly special grandson, Parker, and life as she knew it. But she did not let that deter her. She knew that she had to try even harder, and she did. Unbeknownst to Kirsten, she faced serious life-threatening injuries, health issues, and learned that she had a brain tumor. But she did not give up. She couldn't, she wouldn't, and she didn't. Knowing that she needed to be the example that she wanted for her daughters, Anna, Sonia, and Sarah, as well as her grandson, Parker, to see was the most important thing she needed to do. Kirsten had to show them that you don't have to just dream in life. You can make your dreams come true. She had to teach them that you can be the heroine of your own life and not the victim, that you create the life that you want, and it all stems from the ones in it. We create our own stories, and the themes and tones of our story are chosen by ourselves. Kirsten knows that some girls may not have found their calling in life yet and haven't figured things out, and that's okay. You will. Kirsten is celebrating graduation with her family, friends, and loved ones, and she says it's extraordinarily special to her. She wants you all to know that she couldn't have done it without you and your encouragement, support, and love. Kirsten is especially grateful for her partner, Matthew Michaels, for his never-ending wit, humor, intelligent mind, and for always encouraging and loving her. The last person Kirsten would like to thank is her dad, Richard, Mr. Burmeister. He always believed in her. He was always in the back of her mind during difficult college times and promised her that he would dance a little jig when she graduated. And he did just that, since he couldn't be in person for the graduation ceremony due to the COVID pandemic. And attached in that screenshot there is Mr. Burmeister.
Congratulations, Kirsten.
Nice jig, sir. And Kirsten would like to finish by saying, every end has a new beginning. Kirsten is excited to continue learning, exploring, and living an enriching life. Next, we have the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Mary Rowland. Mary would like to thank God. She gives him all the glory for instilling in her an undying faith, her family, and Dr. Janet Smith, Professor Tom Brooks of Charter College. She'd like to thank them for the many late nights, positive encouragement, and walking the journey besides her, always believing in her, and couldn't have done it without you. Associates of Applied Science in Allied Health, Michelle DeHart. She would like to thank her family, husband, Jonathan, and her 4 beautiful girls, Aubrey, Kimberly, Casey, and Jenna, for inspiring her to go after her dreams and always encouraging her with her homework. Her dream is to be in the medical field, and she is finally accomplishing the first step. I would also like to thank one that is my biggest inspiration, which is my dad. Without my dad, I wouldn't be here today and who I am today. He is my best friend and the best dad anyone could ask for, and the person that has always been with me through thick and thin. Fatima Matuka. She would like to thank Jehovah God for everything and to her family near and far, as well as the Charter College staff and admin to her professors and instructors. Thank you for the unending patience with my 1,000,000-to-1 questions day in and day out, especially her children and grandchildren. She'd like to also provide a special thanks to her husband, who has been very supportive of this journey. This is just the beginning of the next adventurous journey to come, and she loves you all, and God bless. Vimmery Pekoe, she'd like to thank God for being so good to her, her family, and for always being there for her, always supporting her through this journey, my friends, and everyone in the Charter College faculty and staff for the support and effort. She'd like to thank everybody. Zasala Sega, she'd like to thank her family, friends, and instructors for making this day possible for her and for all your support. Associate of Applied Science and Nursing, Sherry Albright. Sherry would like to thank the Lord and him being very evident in her daily journey from the beginning to the end of nursing school, and I give him all the glory. I would like to thank her, she'd like to thank her family who helped with childcare, her husband for holding down the household while she spent many hours away from home, and for all the words of encouragement for those who knew that she could do it and knew that she would make an amazing nurse. Positive affirmations and prayer have carried her through the hardest of times in nursing school, and she is so proud to have overcome many hardships and have grown so much through this journey. Ilani Jones. She'd like to thank her family, friends, and professor and staff at Charter, as well as cohorts 10 and 11, her community back home, and most importantly, God. She says that you are all the people who sewed me whole. I could not have done this without your love and encouragement. I love and miss you all. Associate of Applied Science and Computer Networking Systems, Sid Kaliag. He would like to thank his teacher from high school, Sven Berglund, for pushing him forward. He'd also like to thank his sister, mom, and dad for supporting him along the way. Nelbert Jarapan. Nelbert would like to thank the Kosiak family, Kirik, Nelisa, and Alexis, for being very supportive and contributed to a huge part of his success. He'd also like to thank the very kind and welcoming John and Karen Kosiak and family. Associate of Applied Science and Medical Assistant, Shannon Gillardi. Shannon would like to thank her parents for the support they've given her over the time she was in school in every way. She says she could not have done it without them, and she'd like to also thank the teachers for educating her. She knows it's not easy to teach others, and she'd like to also thank her peers for their support and camaraderie during their time at Charter. Lastly, she'd like to thank all of the staff at Charter. Everyone was so helpful and positive. I felt very supported even after finishing the program. She's especially grateful for the help with job placement. Charter felt more like a family. Certificate in Business Office Administration, Rami Fatiliofa. Those who deserve the thanks is first and foremost our Heavenly Father, and then those to my family for their support. He'd like to also provide a special thanks to Professor Joseph Lorenz. He says that we need more inspiring and motivating educators like this individual. And thank you once again. Tiffany Hobson. Tiffany would like to give thanks to her grandmother, her parents, and son for always believing in her. And also biggest thanks to all the educators at Charter College for making an experience that she'll never forget. Certificate in Medical Assistant, Riza Elrado. She'd like to thank her husband who believed and supported her, friends, and instructors who helped her through this entire course. Faustina Feliz. Maria Nunez. Maria would like to thank her family for their love and never-ending support, her husband, girls, mom and dad, and siblings. She'd like to thank you to instructors who were always there to help whenever she needed them, and to her classmates who were with her along this journey. Deborah Ripley. Courtney Rippey. Courtney would like to give special thanks to her loved friends and family that helped keep her encouraged and to complete school. There is absolutely no telling where she could go in the world today if it weren't for them. She says you guys are incredible and have given her more than she could ever have expected out of life and love. She thanks you. Nina Siani Salana. I have a lot to be thankful for, Nina says, but most importantly, she would like to thank her family for pushing her every day, for making sure that she gets where she wants to be, and she wants to thank the man above for guiding her throughout this program. She'd also like to thank her instructors for showing and teaching her the ways throughout this entire program. Ruth Sotomayor Rodriguez. She would like to thank everyone who was a source of motivation along her journey, especially her family, as well as to her beloved husband who always supported her and never doubted that she would make it. She'd also like to thank her children who were her greatest devotion, and to her mother, who was a key piece that so she could finish her externship. Without her help, it could not have been possible. Thank you, Mom. To her colleagues, she'd like to thank you and God bless you, and remember that there's nothing on this earth that you are not able to achieve. You just have to put a lot of effort, determination, and you'll get as far as you want. Congratulations to all. Jennifer Ventrias. Molly Wells. Molly would like to thank her family and friends for believing in her and helping her stay motivated to accomplish getting her certificate. She'd also like to provide a special thanks to Miss Lily and Miss Megan for teaching her everything that she knows and being patient and understanding with her through her trials. Certificate in welding. Sarah Glenn. Sarah would like to thank her instructors. She learned a lot and is still thankful, remembering all the tricks that they had taught her. She would also like to say thanks to her wife and everyone else for not letting her quit when things got hard. Charles Johnson. Charles would like to thank his friends and family. In closing, graduates, wherever you might be, join me in standing for the conferring of your diploma. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the Governing Board of Charter College, the Alaska Commission on Post-Secondary Education, and the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, we wish to extend to you our congratulations on completing the requirements for this certificate or degree awarded to you, which we celebrate today. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the campus president of Charter College, I confer upon you and those who have properly qualified for the diploma, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities inherent within, the turning of the tassel. This signifies your transition into the professional community, and it represents the end of the journey and the beginning of another. At this time, I'd like to ask the graduates to turn your tassel from right to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen, your graduating class of 2020, congratulations, graduates. Please enjoy some final photographs shared of graduates, family, and friends, and good night, everybody.